All right, I'm not really sure how each and every department would use this. However, I'm going to try to share how I'm going to leverage ChatGPT to create Canvas quizzes. It's probably a low-level thing, but it's what's important to me right now. So I need to teach a new piece of software, rather a new application to students. That application is called Beam Studio, and obviously I want them to understand the interface. So rather than stand in front of my class and point at things on the screen, I thought what I would do is ask students to read this and then respond to a quiz about this web page. So I developed a question that I asked ChatGPT. Now, obviously, you know, in a history class, you might choose a story about the Northwest Passage. Maybe in ELA, there'd be a story you find at some other online resource. Nonetheless, the question that I posed was this: using this web page, create a 15-question quiz to determine student comprehension of the content shared. That probably could be reworded. Make the quiz multiple choice and format the quiz like this. The most important thing here was I asked for the correct answers to be in bold. That's key. You need that. This is what ChatGPT gave me. And what's peculiar is that when I collect this response, when I copied it, I knew I was going to have to manipulate it. So I brought it over here to Google Docs and I pasted the response. Now the problem here is I need to format this in a certain way for the next step to work. So I really quickly just selected everything and I gave this a numbered list here. I also went through and I found every highlighted response and I added an asterisk before the letter. That's really important. Then I downloaded this as a text file. Think Notepad. Anyway, once I do that, I head over to this website, which is provided by the slide deck, and I uploaded that text file I had just created. When I did, my browser indicated that this might be an insecure download because if everything's correct with this file, the San Diego State University page is going to automatically download a file for me. I do want that, so I'm going to keep it. I'm then going to drive over to my Canvas page and I'm going to create a new assessment. And I'm going to call this AI Demo Quiz Beam Studio. I'm going to make sure that I don't establish any point value just yet, and I'm not going to sync to SIS just yet, but I am going to make sure I save it. That's actually really important. I found that if I don't do that, other issues might arise. So I'm gonna go into the page, or rather the quiz I just created, and now I'm going to build it. So I found that saving and building in two different steps seem to make a difference. So I'm going to build it. And as many of you know, if you've ever built a Canvas quiz, the process is kind of tedious. This is certainly going to expedite it, because now I can go up here to the top right of the screen, select these three dots, and import content. And what I can import, of course, is that zip file that I had just downloaded. I'll import it. And typically this happens, and I won't lie, I kind of was sweating a little bit when I got to this point the first time. Still not sure why Canvas is doing this to me, but it does take a moment. Eventually it does populate all the questions from that quiz. So very quickly I was able to have ChatGPT generate questions. All I really did in Google Drive, or Google Docs rather, is reformat the questions in such a way that I could convert it, and then I was really quickly able to get it back up into Canvas. This may be less important for teachers that don't teach 120 students every 2 days, and it may not be as important for teachers that do the same lesson once a year. But in my case, I'm doing the same lesson multiple times in a very short period of time, and there's a lot of content I need students to understand very, very quickly because of my very tight schedule. Anyway, there's probably more. I'm going to stop right there. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.